27 minutes on to the 7 o'clock hour. This is where I say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, PD, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's Tuesday, the 18th day of February. Classic, good morning. How are you doing this morning? How was your night? Michelle Daniel, good morning. Catherine Phillip, Mildred Smith, good morning to you and Shem, Zamora and Judy, Sylvina Charles, good morning. Yolanda Swan, Spice Queen, good morning. Want to reach out and say good morning to my good buddy Paul Millett and family out there in Paraclete in St. Andrew. Good morning to you and yours, bro. And while in Paraclete, I want to reach out and extend my deepest condolences to Wayne Stanislaus. We lovingly call him Daddy Wayne, on the passing of your dear wife Rosalind. Man, this is tough. I know. But guess what? You're tough. Alright, you're a tough cookie. Grieve as much as you have to. Grieving is a process, remember that. But also take into consideration the fact that he never gives more than you can bear. So, yeah, he giveth and he taketh. Be strong, bro. You need me, give me a call, alright? Lovely. Paraclete, good morning. Good morning to the world. Michelle Bernard, Jillian McIntyre, good morning. Betty James, good morning, Betty. How are you doing? I'm not seeing my good friend this morning, Yulin. I want to make her dance. 25 on to 7. Holy Spirit, take my soul. I'd love to sing that. Holy Spirit, fill my soul. Good morning, Mama Can. Edson Kingman, Ajamu OBE. Sing. It is a good day to have a good day. It's bright and beautiful on the outside. Seems like we're going to have a hot day today. Barbara and the folks inside of Rucane, good morning. Of course, I pray to Bellevue, Thebaid, Belial, Central, Don Lett, out there in Providence, good morning to you. Providence, good morning. The Baseman, good morning. Paul E., good morning. Just like your prophets in the days of Windsor Forest, good morning to you. Dodma. Corinth, Syracuse, La Pastora, Malti, Las Vegas. The folks on the Sister Isles of Carriacou and PD Martinique, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Cecile Bell, good morning. Angel Solomon. Dan Kumari Singh, all the way in Guyana, good morning. He's so worthy to be praised. To all the police officers, all the doctors, all the nurses, all the farmers, all the fishermen, all the bus drivers, conductors, immigration officers, good morning. Mr. John Forbrass, what's up, bro? ACP Jasmine Prince, Vanny Cohen, Raymond Beast Matthew, good morning to you and the family, bro. Let's head on to the word of the day. The word of today, that word today is facilitate. Facilitate. It is spelled F-A-C-I-L-I-T-A-T-E. Facilitate. And it means to make an action easier. Facilitate. Here's how we can use that word in a sentence. The guide's role was to facilitate communication. Let the His role was to make communication easier. Like GT makes communication easier because he fixed all the equipment. Good morning, GT and the family, man. How you doing? To the entire team of the GBN. What we saying? We going at them again this year? Oh yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Dick, good morning. I love that name. 21 minutes on to the hour for 7. Munich, good morning. Petlin, good morning to you. Branny, Urban Mason and family. Branny, how you doing? You fall up, eh? He says he's the best barbecue man in Grenville. Well, you know, you win already, papi. Yeah. Grenville, good morning. Verna, good morning to you. How you doing? You and the house, you all right? Nice. Holy Spirit, take my soul. Sing, 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 sing. The folks on the western side of the island, good morning to you, Loreto. Some good things are coming your way. Guav, Malisa and your grandmom, good morning. Make sure you're feeding the lady right, so that she could live another 94. Victoria, good morning, Shy. All the wonderful folks at Diamond Street. Palmis, good morning. Howdy do. Just like your prophets in Nandisha, this is your time. It's time for the motivational tip of the day. Good morning, Cafe. The entire parish of St. David, good morning. St. Andrew, St. Patrick, St. John, St. Mark, St. George, Carriacou and PD Martinique, good morning to you. Did I leave out the parish? No. And I love this one this morning. Learn from failures. Instead of fearing mistakes, view them as lessons that guide you closer to your goals. Learn from your failures. That is a way that you should not do it. That is a way that doesn't work. Remember, fail means first attempt in learning. So you don't give up on the first attempt. You try again, right? Yeah. Guide my steps away from temptation. 'Cause in my heart I know the flesh is nice. So Pastor Stanford Simon and your congregation, good morning to you. Brother Jimmy Bristol, good morning, bro. How you doing? Of course, I've got to come home and say good morning to the first family, Pastor Laurie Dumnick and the family. And the extended family, the congregation of the Wester Hall New Testament Church of God. Good morning, Miss Digans and the little grandson. He always runs to see me on the television. Good morning, bro. How you doing? I really have to get your name right, yeah? Folks, it's 18 minutes on to the hour for 7. Let's see what's buzzing this morning. Buzzing. The U.S. has been urged to send a high-level delegation to CARICOM Summit. We also hear the Afri-Exim Bank expects regional leaders to attend annual meeting in Nigeria. The government disclosed plans to undertake the Sates Coastal Protection Project and the rehabilitation of the Florida Government School. In the region, Guyana Civil Aviation Authority denies plane crash involving the president. Stop calling that on the man. Irfan is a good guy. I love to hear him speak. He's very eloquent. Internationally, 3 critically injured as plane flips over on landing in Toronto. My mom would say Toronto. Good morning, Toronto. All those of you listening to us in Canada, good morning. We send you some warmth and some sunshine. in Winterpeg. That's Winnipeg, right? But it's always cold, so we call it Winterpeg. Good morning, Doc and Candice. Jesiah, good morning. Turn up, big man. Those of you in England, in London, good morning. You're having your tea. Cup of tea. What's happening in sports? Pooran Pollard retained by MI New York ahead of the 2025 Major League Cricket draft. Russell and Narine, they're kept by LA Knight Riders. So those are the buzzing stories. We'll have these and more in our AM edition of news coming up shortly. Come. I want to say good morning to the wonderful folks inside of Dunfermline, in St. Andrew, Amoy, Abraham. Good morning to you, Ams. Grits. Awa. Rochelle Cummings, Dolores Dowden. Good morning to everyone, especially you, Mr. Innocent. Have a productive day. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mildred, you just wake up, eh? Cool. You know, every time you go to get up, the hussy saying, stay a little longer now. Keep me warm. Oh my goodness. I could never leave this land of wood, water, and sunshine and go and live in an icebox. Never. I'll pass through now and then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, there's a few who sit in Grenada and, you know, ever so often make demands from the folks in New York and, you know, in North America. Send this and send that, and we want the brand names and so forth. Take a trip and see how tough it is out there. Then it would change your whole modus operandi, man. It's no bed of roses, as my partner Muscle say. Everybody take out a bite in the apple already, and I know apple again, you know. No, it's no apple anymore, no big apple anymore. The apple done. Folks, it's time for us to head on to the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Stay with us. It comes up right after this.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Tuesday, February 18th, 2025. Coming up in the news, the U.S. urged to send high-level delegation to CARICOM Summit. Afri-Exim Bank expects regional leaders to attend annual meeting in Nigeria. Government disclosed plans to undertake the Sates Coastal Protection Project and the rehabilitation of the Florida Government School. In the region, Guyana Civil Aviation Authority denies plane crash involving president. Internationally, 3 critically injured as plane flips over on landing in Toronto. In sports, Pooran Pollard retained by MI New York ahead of the 2025 Major League Cricket draft. Russell and Narine kept by LA Knight Riders. We've got the details to these and so much more after these messages.
Unlocking opportunities, Excel leads the way in digital advancement every single day. Fair internet access for all more to share. Transparent billing with consumer care. Excel through the EC bill, safeguarding our rights. Net neutrality, consumer protection shining bright. Mobile number portability available to you. Switch providers seamlessly. Keep your number true. Excel through the EC bill, promoting fair play in the digital world. Every single day, affordable services are important for all. Through the EC bill, there'll be progress overall. Ectel and the NTRCs connecting our communities.
Ectel and the NTRCs digitally transforming our space together.
Good morning. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. Foreign affairs leaders from the U.S. House of Representatives yesterday called on U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio to ensure a high-level engagement by Washington at the upcoming CARICOM summit. The members emphasized the strategic importance of the Caribbean to the U.S. national security, economic resilience, and regional stability. The letter highlights the need for continued U.S. engagement with CARICOM leaders to strengthen diplomatic, economic, and security ties, particularly countering illicit drug trafficking, irregular migration, and China's growing influence in the region. The 40th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of CARICOM in Bridgetown, Barbados, begins tomorrow, February 19th, and runs through the 21st. As Grenadians await the presentation of the 2025 estimates of revenue and expenditure, or the budget, on March 7th, official government documents have already disclosed 2 projects that will be undertaken this year. Finance Minister Dennis Cornwall announced last week that the government will be seeking Parliament's approval for $725 million EC dollars to fund capital projects in the 2025 estimates. The first is the Sates Coastal Protection Project, and the other being the rehabilitation of the Florida Government School located in Loreto Guave Estate in St. John. Last Friday, a news release from the Ministry of Infrastructure, Public Utilities, Civil Aviation, and Transportation informed the public of its updated bathymetric survey being conducted on the Sates Bay in St. Patrick to facilitate the 2025 Sates Coastal Protection Project. The survey was conducted last Friday through Sunday. The specific area surveyed extends from approximately 20 meters north of the rock revetment or the existing breakwater and runs inward towards the jetty and the west of the bay. The breakwater project was phase 1 of a wider project to mitigate and adapt to the sea level in the area of Lowtown, Sates, and Patrick. The project began in 2015 when water began battering protection walls and undermining the foundation of buildings on the bay. $4.6 million were allocated for the breakwater project, which resulted in acres of land being reclaimed and return of regular life in the area. The second project is the rehabilitation of the primary school in St. John. A notice on the government procurement website of Grenada says it has secured the necessary funding for the rehabilitation of the Florida Government School. The school has been facing challenges since 2022, and at that time, the NNP government said they had received funding to build a new school. Caribbean leaders are expected to meet with their African counterparts during the 32nd African Export-Import Bank, or Afro-Exim Bank, its annual meeting in Abuja, Nigeria, from June 23rd to 28th of this year. Professor Benedict Orama, president and the chairman of the board of directors of the Egypt-based Afro-Exim Bank, said, "We expect the event, especially the opening ceremony on June 27th, to bring together heads of state, heads of regional organizations from Africa and the Caribbean, as well as policymakers, academics, and business leaders. Together, we will pool our experiences and resources to deliver another historic event for Africa, the bank, and me personally," he added. Afro-Exim Bank, a pan-African multilateral trade finance institution, has already announced plans to establish a state-of-the-art trade center in Barbados. It said that the 30,000 square meter complex will comprise the Afro-Exim Caribbean regional offices, corporate office space, a 120-room hotel, conference, exhibition, and business incubation centers, among other facilities. Earlier this month, Grenada and Afro-Exim Bank entered into an agreement for St. George's to host the 4th Afro-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum in July this year. For the first time, an OECS delegation will be traveling with the 5th Caribbean Business Mission cruise with a stopover scheduled for Grenada on Thursday, February 20th, 2025. The team of business professionals are looking forward to establishing trade and business partnerships within the region. While on the Grenadian stopover, they will be hosting a network session along with the Grenada Investment Development Corporation, the GIDC, which is scheduled to take place at the GIDC's office in Frequency St. George from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. The dynamic and diverse delegation will highlight their experiences and expertise in the fields of the blue and green economy, tourism, agro-processing and agriculture, training, industry, creative industry, and consultancy, among others. There will also be brief presentations from the Grenada Tourism Authority and the GIDC. This is the second time the ship will be docking in Grenada. In February 2023, a team visited our shores and engaged in profitable and valuable interactions. That trip was deemed a success, hence the desire to return to Grenada, this time with an OECS delegation. The business cruise started in Guadeloupe on February 16th and will continue to St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, and then culminating in Martinique on the 22nd of February. While on board the MSC cruise ship, entrepreneurs, startup owners, self-employed professionals, craftsmen, project leaders, institutions, and economic players from a wide range of backgrounds will engage in 7 days of professional networking with immersive workshops, roundtable talks on economic and social matters while sharing experiences and best practices. And finally, motorists should expect some increase at the pump this morning. The retail prices of petroleum products, namely gasoline, diesel, kerosene, and liquefied petroleum gas, or LPG, commonly known as cooking gas, in the state of Grenada, well, the new prices are as follows. Gasoline, the old price, $14.09. The new price, $14.72, an increase of 63 cents. Diesel, old price $13.68, the new price $14.84, an increase of $1.16, and kerosene, old price $10.22, the new price $10.87, an increase of 65 cents. LPG, the old cooking, that old price, the 20-pound cylinder, well, it remains at 50. It has been kept constant. The 100-pound cylinder, though, the old price was $226.55. The new price $233.90, an increase of $7.35. That concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us, the regional and international developments, along with the sports and the weather. They are straight ahead. In the region, we start off in Guyana, where the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority, the GCAA, is describing rumors that President Irfan Ali was involved in a tragic aeroplane crash over the last weekend as misleading and alarming misinformation. In a statement, the GCAA said it wanted to assure the public that the report posted on social media is entirely false and that no aircraft accident was reported in Guyana's territory. The GCAA also said that there is no ongoing investigation into any incident involving the Guyanese president. Guyana's Minister of Public Works, Bishop Juan Edgehill, who oversees the aviation sector and the investigation of aircraft incidents under the Civil Aviation Act, said he is disturbed by the erroneous publication. The GCAA said it is calling on the Guyanese public and the media to verify information through credible channels. Barbados Prime Minister Mia Amor Motley is optimistic the island can be a hub for Africa. She says Barbados, given its geographic location, saw it becoming a hub for the wrong reasons in the times of slavery. Her message to Africa, the island can be a hub now for the right reasons between Africa and the region. She was at the time addressing the 38th annual African Union Summit in Ethiopia. We have more in this report.
I stand here as the proud chairman of CARICOM, the Caribbean community, recognizing that as a member of the 6th region of Africa, we have come to reclaim our Atlantic destiny. We have come to ensure that the very futures of our people are different and will not once again be determined by a middleman who will ensure that the Middle Passage is one that sees our people at the bottom of the ocean's floor of the Atlantic or in the fields of the plantations of the Caribbean, but instead that it will be a future that sees our people, hears our people, feels our people.
A very powerful message there indeed. Now, looking further afield, emergency teams responded to a plane crash at Toronto Pearson International Airport. The airport says it is aware of an incident involving a Delta Airlines plane arriving from Minneapolis, and all passengers and crew are accounted for. Ontario's Air Ambulance Service says 3 people are critically injured. Police say circumstances surrounding the crash are currently unknown, but most of the passengers were unharmed. Keir Starmer has said any Ukraine peace deal would require a U.S. backstop to deter Russia from attacking its neighbor again. Speaking after a hastily convened meeting with European leaders in Paris, the Prime Minister repeated that he would consider deploying UK troops to Ukraine in the event of a lasting peace agreement. But he said a US security guarantee was the only way to effectively deter Russia, and vowed to discuss the key elements of a peace deal with US President Donald Trump when the pair meet in Washington next week. He said Europe would have to do more to defend the continent in the face of the other generational security challenge Russia poses. And finally, the U.S. State Department has dropped a statement from its website which stated that Washington does not support Taiwan's independence, a move which has sparked anger in China. China said the revision sends a wrong signal to separatist forces advocating for Taiwan's independence and asked the U.S. to correct its mistakes. The department's fact sheet on Taiwan-U.S. relations earlier included the phrase, "We do not support Taiwan independence." This was removed last week as part of what it said was a routine update. A U.S. spokesperson was quoted as saying that it remains committed to the One China policy, it said, where U.S. recognizes and has formal ties with China rather than Taiwan. That's the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. West Indian T20 superstars Nicholas Pooran and Kieran Pollard, Andre Russell and Sunil Narine have all been retained by the respective Major League Cricket franchises ahead of the draft for the 2025 season. Pooran and Pollard have both been retained by MI New York, while Russell and Narine will once again suit up for the LA Knight Riders. MI New York and the Knight Riders finished 4th and 5th respectively in last year's standings before MI New York was beaten handily by the Texas Super Kings in the eliminator. Pooran will be looking to bounce back from a lean run of form by his extremely high standards in last year's edition. He scored 180 runs in 7 innings at an average of 30 and a strike rate of 125 with just 150 run outing. Russell's 2024 season was also underwhelming, making 129 runs and picking up just 2 wickets in his 6 contests, but everyone around the world knows his capabilities as a genuine match winner in the format. Narine had a torrid time with the bat last season, scoring 80 runs in 11 innings at an average of 4.50. He was better with the ball, taking 5 wickets at an economy of 6.20 in 6 innings. Akil Hussain, who took 2 wickets in 3 games for defending champions, the Washington Freedom, has been released, meaning he will be available to any team in the draft set for February 19th. That's tomorrow. And finally, Steph Curry claimed the Kobe Bryant MVP trophy and led Shaq's OGs to the All-Star title at Chase Center in San Francisco. The NBA rolled out a new format with 4 teams, each coached by a legend, competing in a single elimination tournament as 2 semifinals and a championship game. Curry, 36, scored 12 points in the final to seal a 41-25 victory against Chuck's Global Stars. 4-time NBA champion Shaquille O'Neal coached the winning team, with 2-time NBA winner Kenny Smith, 11-time All-Star Charles Barkley, and 3-time WNBA champion Candace Parker in charge of the other 3 sides. Curry ended the competition with 20 points in total, having scored 8 points in the 42-35 semifinal win against Candace's Rising Stars and was named MVP. The Golden State Warriors point guard is the 15th player in the NBA history to win the All-Star MVP on more than one occasion. That's the sports. Stay with us. The weather forecast is up next, followed by a recap of the headlines. And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Andre Charles at the forecast desk at the Morris Bishop International Airport. Good morning, Andre.
Good morning to you and listeners of General Public. And here's weather for today, Tuesday, the 18th February 2025. Currently, the weather is fair. Winds are from the east-southeast at 9 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 14.3 millibars. That's above normal and rising. Present temperature 25.7, relative humidity 80 degrees Celsius. Yesterday's maximum temperature 29.8 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum 25.4 degrees Celsius. 0 rainfall is recorded over the past 24 hours. Hence, the total for the month remains at 33.7 millimeters. Now let's have a look at the forecast that for today and tonight. Today we expect some generally fair and windy conditions, becoming partly cloudy during the evening with brief isolated nighttime showers. Maximum temperature 30.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to rough, waves up to 9 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. hence a marine advisory remains in effect. Tides would be high at 7:45 a.m. and low at 1:45 p.m., then high again at 8 p.m. Sunset today at 14 minutes past 6, rises tomorrow at 27 minutes past 6. Just a repeat of the forecast, valid for today and tonight. Generally fair and windy, becoming partly cloudy during the evening with brief isolated nighttime showers, and a marine advisory remains in effect. I'm Andrew Charles, reporting from my office. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andre. Have yourself a wonderful day now.
Thanks, same to you.
All right, folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
Value you'll love only at Quartz. With huge savings on select mattresses, mobile phones, and TVs. You'll also love our new arrivals in furniture and appliances. Plus, when you shop, get a chance to win great prizes. So come in, shop today, and pay later with Quartz Ready Finance. Get value you'll love only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Offer ends February 24, 2025. See store for details.
It's 9 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. The U.S. urged to send a high-level delegation to CARICOM summit. Afro-Exim Bank expects regional leaders to attend annual meeting in Nigeria. Government disclosed plans to undertake the Sates Coastal Protection Project and the rehabilitation of the Florida Government School. In the region, we hear that the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority denies a plane crash involving President Irfan Ali. Internationally, Kenya's HIV patient victims of U.S. aid freeze. In sports, Puran Pollard retained by MI New York ahead of the 2025 Major League Cricket draft. Russell and Narain are kept by LA Knight Riders. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Tuesday, February 18th, 2025. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Grenada National Folk Group, in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture, proudly presents Iconic Moves and Melodies. Yes, man! Iconic Moves and Melodies. A heartfelt tribute to the legendary Miss Shirley Robinson. Mark your calendar. Saturday, March 1st, 2025 at the Grenada Trade Center, starting at 5 p.m. Immerse yourself in an evening of vibrant folk songs, classical songs, Negro spirituals, patriotic songs, captivating poetry, and mesmerizing dance performances as we honor Miss Shirley Robinson, a true pioneer of Grenada's cultural heritage. You'll also get the chance to have a meet and greet with Miss Shirley Robinson. Tickets are just $50 for adults and $25 for children. Iconic Moves and Melodies, a celebration you don't want to miss. Join us Saturday, March 1st at the Grenada Trade Center. Let's honor the legacy, celebrate the culture, and make it a night to remember.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Union to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
Get ready for a spectacular music experience. It's the premiere of Jefferson in Concert, featuring an incredible lineup including Sabrina Francis, Joshua Regrello, Dash, and Mr. Golden. Feel the passion, the energy, and the rhythm right from the screen. Thursday, 20th February, 8:30 p.m. on GBN Television. Don't miss the premiere of Jefferson in Concert, only on GBN.
Just see the glory.
One stage, full categories, 80 incredible dance talents. Experience the rhythms of the world as dancers bring culture to life with breathtaking performances. Who will take away the crown? Witness the passion, the energy, the artistry. Don't miss the ultimate global dance competition around the world in 80 dance talents. Call 407-8458 to register your group or solo act. Follow at GBN for updates.
Thursday afternoon in a 60 zone. This 34-year-old motorcyclist was on his way home. It's our job to work out why he never got there. The rider broke his neck on impact here, having crashed into this car that was turning right. By analysing the impact, we know he hit the car at 30 kilometres per hour. And these marks on the road tell us that he skidded for 21 metres, having braked hard here. When he first reacted, he was doing 68. But let's change one small thing. At 60, the driver would have had more chance to see him properly. He'd have stayed in control and reached this point a moment later. The car would have cleared his path and he'd be home by now. You decide on your speed. The physics decides whether you live or die.
No, that's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
trip to the sea. Let your hair run free. Or you're a rebel in disguise. Is that the devil in your eyes? We fell in love right by the ocean. Made out of glass.
All right, welcome to the conversation this morning. Well, a little late start. We had a little technical glitch here. It's 25 minutes after 7 o'clock. I will introduce my guest shortly. However, at this time, I want to say a very special good morning to my good friend, former schoolmate, former classmate, Selwyn Charles. You are burying your mom today. I will miss her groundnut sugar cakes, and I know you're a tough cookie, but I'm just, extending my strength to you. All right, be strong, and it's a road we all have to pass. Some go before others. Unfortunately, no one can call or write and say, well, it's nice to come sooner or later or whatever. But I just urge you to be strong and grieve. Grieving is a process, remember that. So be strong. I know you're a tough cookie, all right? I just needed to reach out to you and tell you that, okay? All the strength goes out to you. All right, Coach, I want you to come a little closer because if you notice, you're missing in action right there. Lovely. All right, I've got with me this morning, they were supposed to be here yesterday, but there were some issues, and with me this morning is Coach Coffee, and he and two of his athletes are representing the South City Rising Stars Sports Club. Good morning, Coach, and your team members.
Good morning to you.
Now I want to do that together. I want to see if I could choose you all to do my background vocals this year when I'm singing. So good morning, Coach, and your team.
Good morning.
All right, yeah, I hear a little bass, I hear a little, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so how are we doing? Tell us firstly, Coach Coffee, about South City Rising Stars. Tell us about that club.
Well, I'm the head coach of the club.
Okay.
That club has been created back in 2016.
Okay.
To date, we made significant strides from when we first started. We have produced some top athletes, names such as the Gamali Felix, who is raising a lot of waves in the United States.
Wow, yeah.
He is projected as the next best quarter miler for Grenada, and are currently looking to take up the feet of the great Kirani James.
Okay.
You also have athletes like the Nathaniel Mark, the Romeo Bastallo, the Shepard Houston, just to name a few. And we have some young ones here who is very vibrant and looking to take up the mantle.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's something I want to comment on. Last week, Monday, I had two athletes and one of them, the team manager from the 473 MVP club, and there was a young lady, I can't remember her name now, but she's a past student of St. Joseph's Convent, and she is vibrant, she's energetic, and I'm seeing the same kind of vibe. Good morning, young lady. How are you?
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm good.
Tell us your name and the school you attend.
Oh.
All right. You good? You don't need to go so close to the mic. You're good?
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah.
Well, my name is Kylie Williams, and I attend the Anglican High School.
Okay, so you had your sports
last week Thursday.
Yeah. How many races did you win?
I won all my races.
Wow.
I think I ran 3 races. Yeah, 3.
What distances do you do?
The 2, the 1, and I'm practicing for the 3, for the 4.
Okay.
For the 4, yeah.
Okay, and you won all your events.
Mm-hmm.
What category are you running under?
Sub junior.
Okay. Wow. You know, look so fast.
And looks can be deceiving.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And you're looking forward to Intercall and National Champs and Carifta. We also have the Right Choice, Virgin Parish Relay. You're going to come and blaze up Lassa just for us.
Of course.
Wow. Okay. Young man, how are you? Don't try to be this kind of shy guy with me because I know you're not shy. Tell us your name, please.
Kamal Joseph.
You? Kamal?
Kamal Joseph.
Kamal Joseph?
Yeah.
Well, I'm Joseph too, you know. So maybe we have to do a little family check. You know, where are you from?
Woodlands.
And what school do you attend?
The Grenada Boys Secondary School.
Okay. And what events do you participate in?
Well, my two main events are the 200 and 400 and the 100 sometimes.
Okay. And your sports went a couple of weeks back, isn't it?
Like a month.
Yeah.
A month ago.
Right. And how did you do in your events?
Well, I also came first in all my events.
Wow, you came with the planes, man. Yeah,
some of the planes.
Yeah, you came with some of the planes.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good. So Coach, tell me, where is your club based?
Oh, it's based in Tantine.
Okay.
That's why we say South City, and we are rising stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you all share that venue with MVP 473 MVPs.
Correct, and there's also Fusion there as well. And a new club named Peak Performance.
Okay, okay. And your club, what's the constitution like in terms of members? Do you have mostly school children, or you have a good mix of past students, young adults, and so forth?
Yeah, I have a mixed here, but it's mostly school children. We have at least who have moved past the secondary level, who continue as well. As I say, some went on the scholarship, but some they remain with the club. They continue training. They perform in meets that is available, and somehow mentor the younger ones as well in the chosen field.
Okay, when I spoke with the 473 MVP club members, the management structure, with taking into consideration the fact that they were predominantly school children in the club, they had a nice balance of athletics training, academic coaching, mentorship, and so forth. What's it like with your club?
Well, basically, as being the head coach, the main coach, I perform, if not most, but all of the roles. Okay. So I effectively balance these, and also people who I have who help along with the club. From time to time, they will play the role accordingly.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a challenge because huge numbers you work with.
What's the numbers like?
Well, on a given day, I'll have at least 35 to 40.
Okay.
In training. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different age groups, so on and so forth. Yeah.
And what has the response from your members been like? You have a lot of young people, school students, and so forth. In terms of the level of interest and participation in training and so forth. All right, somebody's phone is going
Yeah,
off.
I think that's mine.
No, that's there right there. It will cut off eventually. I guess somebody's seeing you on television and they want to call you and tell you hi. But
oh no, it's not a call. It's an alarm.
It's an alarm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in that event, Dorian, could you come through the door and take the bag and bring it outside, because it would be inappropriate for her to get up from the set. Dorian is going to come and take the bag and just rest it on the outside. Is that fine with you?
Yeah.
Lovely. What's this alarm for? That's not your wake up alarm, no?
Well, yeah. But I don't. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Dorian. Yeah, that's a weary roll here. So that's your wake up alarm?
Mm-hmm.
But it's 7:30?
Yeah, no, I just don't want to oversleep. So I have alarms for so I have one for 7,
so,
one for 7.
But you have school today, don't you?
Yeah.
And your alarm goes up at 7:30?
No, I don't wake up at 7:30, but just to make sure that I don't oversleep, I have an alarm to wake me up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. If you say so. All right. So, In terms of your competitive level, the club's competitive level, how has the club been doing in competitions? Before you answer that, how long has the club been established?
2016, about the date. 2015, 2016. So we're looking at 9-10 years.
Right. And since its formation and participation in events, how has it been doing?
Extremely well. So far, we have captured 2 national cross-country titles back-to-back. That's 2022 and 2023. 2024, we had a lower participation because we afforded most of the members to participate with the schools in this year's competition. Haven't we done that, we could have gone for a consecutive title. So we have a base of distance runners there. We have been the runners-up in national championship for many years, quite a few years behind track blazers. We had shown dominance on the track. Somehow we lag behind a bit in the field events, but in the track we showed great progress there. You know, we had athletes who got national titles. For instance, Cameron Matlin last year in the national championship, you know, he was able to dominate events like the 100, the 200, the 400 meter at the under 17 level. You know, so it just shows Shefana at that time too. She dominated the 200 and the 400 meter. So it's a club that, you know, showed great
You're dominating the bongs.
No, this is not Shefana. No, this is Kylie. Right, she's a new rising star. Okay. Yeah, you see rising stars, right? Okay. Now we have Kamal Joseph who's stepping up in the ranks here now. He's currently ranked number 1 in the country based on times in 100, 200 and 400 meter.
In what category?
The under 17 level. Kylie currently has recorded the fastest time in the under 15 level in the 100 and 200 meter as well. Then we have Kashi Stevens, who also at the under 15 level is the number 1 rank in the nation in the 100, 200 and 400 meter. And Kimron Martin, who's currently ranked number 1 at the under 20 level in 400 meter. So it just shows you the caliber of athletes we have. We have some in the young ones, chaps in the distance field that is coming up and doing very well as well at the under 15 level. And you will hear about them come national championship, the Arise Games. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you that from an administrative standpoint, right? Because all athletics and sporting disciplines, they fall under the auspices of the Ministry of Sports and by extension the Grenada Athletics Association and so forth. Are you satisfied with the level of I want to be careful how I structure this. The level of organization so as to have your athletes trained properly, competing regularly enough to keep abreast, because you want your athletes not just to compete in national champs here and intercall and the Virgin Parish Relay Meet and things like that. You want them to go on and show off on the regional and international venues as well. So are you satisfied that the organizational aspect is up to par?
Well, I must say they are making an effort, a good enough effort. However, more can be done.
Okay.
Would I say I'm satisfied? Probably, but there's room and avenues for improvement. I would say that because they act as facilitators. They create the opportunities for competition. So you have some of the meets, the mini meets, meeting like the Charlie George, the Adrian Mitchell, so on and so forth. So they act as facilitators. Now, what I would like to see is that the Ministry of Sports, you know, they play a most significant role as it relates to the financial outputs which they throw to public clubs, because clubs are the background, they are the backbone of sports in Grenada, and particularly track and field. Now, clubs, they have little to no resources. Yes, we do what we can do to seek sponsorship, maybe do little things to raise funds to ensure that athletes, you know, are kept at a standard. However, one hand cannot clap. you need the community to play the role. And so say the committee, by extent we need the ministry, and even as I say, the Grenada Athletic Association to play a more meaningful role to further enhance the development of the athletes. It takes a holistic approach, in my views.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a very important point, because athletes are not athletes just on the day of a competition. All right. They have to maintain their proper diet and the training, and it's a holistic thing. All right. A whole body thing. So it's so critically important that that measure of support is there, not just in the athletic season, but throughout, so that their bodies can be maintained. They have repair to damaged tissues and so forth, and it's a process, an ongoing process. So I feel you when you say, the financial support. And
yeah, so just to add a point, just as you mentioned this, recently came back from the ICECP International Coaching Course in the United States, Colorado Springs. And one of my projects, one of the things I impact on is the gaps which is actually missing in track and field here in Grenada. And one of it is nutrition. So you have to marry nutrition and sports. Just like how you will have a proper training plan, that's the physical training plan. In terms of periodization, you need to have a proper nutritional plan as well that is in keeping with the athletes, one that is strategic, looking at the demands for the events which they do, and also the training cycle which they are. So these are some of the things, yes, we as a coach will take the responsibility to do. But here's where the stakeholders and maybe the business places can intervene. It is very costly to upkeep certain diets. So if help is created in that area,
Okay.
They say I have to give you the physical money, but I'm saying if they can at least maybe help some way or the other,
right,
to meet that demands would be a very good thing.
Well, the truth about it, if you need the money, you need the money, because it wouldn't be appropriate for, let's assume you have someone who wants to make a contribution to the athlete and go to the supermarket and purchase what they think. I mean, the right thing to do would be to create a relationship with the club and pass the finance to the club, or maybe the club can give a list of the things that they would like to have purchased and so forth, if that's accounting for the organization or whatever. But and hence the reason, this is one of the things that the organizers of the Virgin Parish Relay Meet took into consideration, hence the reason why the events are being paid. So every race that is run, there is monetary prizes for every position, first, second and third, and this is something I think we need to see more. It's an opportunity for clubs to generate income, to sustain them throughout the year, because the athletics is an annual thing. Now, I want to hear from my two youngsters here. As an athlete, a young athlete coming up, how satisfied are you with the structures that are there to ensure that you reach your really full potential, what we would call your optimum potential? Are you satisfied with the structures, like from the school, the club, the sporting circle?
Well, yes, I'm satisfied, but I just wanted to be more access to the stadium.
To the stadium?
Yes, the track.
Okay.
The big track.
So there's a hindrance there, the availability of the stadium for what, training and so forth?
Yes, there is.
Okay. All right. Mr. Joseph, what would you say? Are you satisfied personally with the level of engagement and preparation and so forth?
Yes, I will say I'm satisfied.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to see happen that, like my friend here said, she would like to see more accessibility to the stadium for training and so forth? What is it you'd like to see personally?
Well, I think I'm on the same page as her, more access to the stadium, because we as athletes, we need to get more familiarized with the track we just be running on.
Okay. So I see the point. Now, one of the concerns of a prospective participant for the Virgin Parish Relay Meet was that they did not want the athletes to be running on this field too often. All right. What's the difference with running on the because we only have one national stadium with this international track. Now, if all clubs and schools decide that that's the only place they're going to run and train and practice and so forth, we have a problem. So how making that transition from the track, the playing fields that we have, which is, in my opinion, when I was in McDonald College, 4 past 10, it wasn't so, so level and stuff. But now we see work has been done professionally on most of the fields. What's the difference? What are the disadvantages?
Okay, well, the disadvantages of running on the grass track, one, in most cases, in competition there is very difficult to organize what you call the automatic timing. In that case, you'll have to probably move an equipment and set it up. So that is a hindrance there. The second one is the possibilities of injury. So in most cases, the grass tracks, they are uneven, there may be potholes. So athletes who training and have to compete on conditions that is not safe can be injury prone, and you know what it can do in terms of hindrance towards their carry. The disadvantage as comes to the synthetic track though, however, as relates to training, if you train there too much because of the hard surface, it can lead to shin splints and injuries. That hard surface constantly pounding on it. So we will go there if we have to do specific work, maybe like speed walk, or you have to do a particular drill, so on and so forth. However, it is not advisable that you use these sort of surface 24/7 for practices. However, from the twist or the contrast of this, which is the advantage of training on these tracks, is, as my athlete did mention earlier, you get yourself familiarized with your competition environment, right? So there's a different bounce and there's a different feel. On the grass, you don't get that sort of bounce. So when you go onto the rubber track, you get a different feel. So it makes sense that you have practices there, so you actually get acquainted with your competition environment.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now it's just about time for us to start wrapping up. The focal point this morning is national champs. What can we expect from South City Rising Stars come national champs?
Well, you can expect nothing but greatness from the South City Rising Stars. As our motto say, no room for softness. We're becoming hard.
So that's your car outside.
That's it. So it's all over.
I see that.
It's even on my logo, on my T-shirt.
No room for softness.
Yes.
So you hear that your foot had to be hard. What we call the kajam. You know what that is? Okay. All right. So I like this. No room for softness. How intense is your training session?
Well, the intensity will be based upon the phase of the training in which we are. Now, we have to understand that the type of athletes we're dealing with and the stage of development. So because most of the athletes here now at the secondary level, they are at what you call the train-to-train phase in the athletic development program. So there will be some level of intensity, however, consideration has to be taken into the longevity of the athlete, sustaining a long-term development plan so that they can move on to a professional career if they so see fit. So yes, there's a level of intensity as we go into meets like the national championship, inter-call games, so on and so forth. You want to get them at a peak level. So obviously, certain levels of intensity will increase, as we go along. But there is a blend, and it is highly structured and controlled under my supervision.
There's something that I'm picking up from your conversation. You're very theoretical and scientific. What level of coaching have you attained?
Well, I'm at level 2, and I'm only at level 2 because I haven't been given the opportunity to move to the level 4 or 5 as yet, because
from 2 there's 3 and then 4
or 5. Yeah. Most coaches here operate, well, I don't say the advanced older coaches may operate at level 4, but based on my production and my knowledge thus far, I can say I function almost like a level 4 coach, but just that based on how the system is structured in terms of when the opportunity is presented to move on to these levels, there haven't been much opportunities to do such.
So where do these opportunities come from? Is it something that comes from the ministry?
Well, it's through the Grenada Athletic Association, I think, in collaboration with the Olympic Committee. When these opportunities come, they select people, individuals to do such.
Okay.
Well, the last one which I went on, which is the ICECP course. That's the one I told you about in Colorado. I'm one of the probably about 4 or 5 Grenadians who was fortunate over that period of time since the inception of that course to benefit from it. And that is a high-level coach. In fact, it is considered as one of, if not the most prestigious coaching course in the world. Yeah.
I implore you, right? I challenge you to show up. Show up in such a way that next time another training course comes up, the first person that will be visible to who the selectors are will be Coach Coffee. Because I like your talk. You seem to know what you're about, and the results are evident. So show up. All right, in national champs, Ariza's national champs coming up, let South City Rising Stars show up.
That's it.
Intercall, let your athletes show up. Come up to Lassages on the 8th of March and show up. I know you're going to have some challenge from Dennis and Smeshy and them, of course.
We welcome the competition. That's what it's about.
You can't come home and beat us, but nonetheless.
You never know.
I say this to say that one of the sure ways of ensuring that you are not overlooked is by being in their face. Yeah. Being in their faces. So if your results are there to prove that you have been doing what it takes and then you are overlooked, then we know there is some sort of favoritism and biasness somewhere. So show up. Yeah. All right?
As you mentioned, St. David's, I'm a St. David's man.
Which part?
Vincent's.
Really? Yeah, you look at somebody from Vincent's in Truthboy.
Yeah, the Brazans and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm a St. Davidian by adaptation. I'm originally a Grenville man, but yes. So I look forward to seeing you all. I remember. Have you ever noticed that they have a sort of look-alike? You notice that? They could be taken as first cousins.
As you tell me that now.
You've seen it? Yeah, they kind of look as, I wouldn't say brother and sister, but they look as first cousins. You understand? I look forward to seeing you all at the national champs. I'm coming to see you all in Intercall. And of course, when you come home in Lassages on March 8th, I expect to see you all. Coach, I want to congratulate you and your team, your management team, to continue doing what you're doing and keep reaching for the stars. The work that you are putting in the nation's youth now, it might seem minuscule, all right? Maybe it's not recognized as yet, but I can tell you, as time progresses, the athletes would look back. When they reach their level of greatness, they would say, it's Coach Coffee that got me here. And that is where the pay comes, not necessarily the money. Yes, you need the money to run the club and get them at the optimum, but that is the driving force behind it. So keep on doing what you're doing, and I wish you and your club all the best and really in the national champs, the Intercall. I want to see most, if not all, of your athletes go on the Carifta team and so forth. And of course, we would welcome you in St. David in March, and all the best to you all.
Thank you.
All right. So I expect to see you dominating in Intercall. Yeah. And when you come up St. David, make sure you come and look for me.
Okay.
All right. Make sure you identify yourself. Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Folks, I have been speaking with Coach coffee, and two of his members from his club, South City Rising Stars, as they prepare for the Ariza National Champs, which comes up on what date again?
Sometime in March.
Okay. Well, it's in March. They? Okay, so you'll be getting more information on that. Folks, that's it for this segment of the conversation. We take a quick commercial break and then we come back. It's 7 minutes on to 8 o'clock.
The Ultimate Relay Showdown is back. Get ready for speed, power, and heart-pounding action as the IMA National Relay Meet takes over the Grenada James National Stadium on Saturday, February 22nd from 3 p.m. The fastest teams, the fiercest competition, and non-stop edge-of-your-seat excitement. Who will dominate the track? Who will claim the glory? Only one way to find out. Be there. Tickets, finish line A, $50. Finish line B, $40. Main stand C, $30. Secondary stand, $20. Bleachers, $15. Children 12 and under pay $15 for the main stand C, secondary stand, and bleachers. Get your tickets now and experience the thrill of champions. The IMA National Relay Meet. Feel the speed. Witness the greatness.
Get ready for a spectacular music experience. It's the premiere of Jefferson in Concert, featuring an incredible lineup including Sabrina Francis, Joshua Regrello, Dash, and Mr. Golden. Feel the passion, the energy, and the rhythm right from the screen. Thursday, 20th February, 8:30 p.m. on GPN television. Don't miss the premiere of Jefferson in Concert, only on GPN.
One stage, full categories, 80 incredible dance talents. Experience the rhythms of the world as dancers bring culture to life with breathtaking performances. Who will take away the crown? Witness the passion, the energy, the artistry. Don't miss the ultimate global dance competition around the world in 80 dance talents. Call 407-8458 to register your group or solo act. Follow at GBN for updates.
Looking to take your business to new heights? Advertise with GPN on our social media platforms and get noticed by our 138,000 plus followers. Reach a massive engaged audience ready to connect with your brand. No matter your business size, GPN is here to help you grow. Contact us today at admin@gpn.gd or WhatsApp 407-8458 to get started.
Coming up, a festival of long-distance running with some very familiar champs. How about Run Barbados? When it comes to entertainment, this iconic couple really puts on a show. Caribbean Passport TV brings the region closer together. Exciting destinations, healthier meals. Be viewing this station. So have your passport ready and let's travel.
All right, folks, it's 3 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Now, I am left in a predicament in that there's a very, very important topic that I would like to have a full-blown discussion on. But due to the lateness of the arrival of one of the athletes, I am forced with time. So I am thinking that I'm going to postpone that conversation for tomorrow. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Oh, yes. Good morning to you, Doc. And how are you today?
I am alive and so very thankful.
Good morning to your guest. I want to compliment you, Gordon, for that initiative. I've been following you for some time. I want to compliment you. You look as though we have to make you the mayor of St. David's. I'll tell you something. You see the potential of St. David's, yeah?
Oh my
and I am begging for what you call a commercial population. We're looking at 100,000 for St. David's, adult. You know, our group have a similar plan. We want to be in a position to sponsor every single sporting organization or cultural body in St. David's. So our plan is big. And so you are well on the way. I feel that regardless of where you play sports in St. David's, the players who entertain the crowd or entertain the people should not go home empty pocket. A collection should be taken on the games, so that at the end of the game, at the end of the play sessions, this guy should be given something in the pocket. They shouldn't go home empty. I want a commercial population because, you see, the business people in St. David's need to understand that we have to grow our parish. We have to take our initiative, but we have to be able to sponsor the various groups. Take a group and see them through. You know, we can't just have people playing and running and at the end of the day they have nothing to. We need to grow a business culture and a business population in St. David's. The people in St. David's must invest.
Well, I mean, having said that, hence the reason why we have decided to award monetary prizes to the participants in the event at the Virgin Parish Relay Meet, you know, because we take into consideration the fact that it costs to get the athletes prepared for activities like those. So it's, you know, a medal is good, but cash is better.
Yes. You see, I used to be on Northern Cricket. I think they had me as Grenada prospect, and I retired because I keep playing and nobody was saying, okay, come. Let us enhance your potential. I was that good in cricket, you know, and when I realized that, look, the game becoming so expensive, and I was very serious, and I was not being called, I just retired from the game. And when I retired, I said, look, we had a Grenada prospect, why did you retire? I said, look, I'm a serious person, and I just play the game just for fun only. I want to get somewhere. And I'm saying here we have to lend maximum support to the people who burn themselves up. Let me tell you something before you go. Now, we have the Olympics, and what I discovered recently is that in the Olympics, you don't get money.
Well, they started it for I think the 2028 edition. They will be paid.
Well, so they have a retroactive payment to give them then?
No, they won't.
well, they should, because no, this is the highest standard of the game, and what I understand, the fee is so high in the Olympics to witness the Olympics. At the end of it all, the participants go home empty-handed. No way. Once you enter the Olympic, which is the highest order of the game, right? It should be somewhere in the range of $3, $4, $5, $6, $7 million per person. Look at football. Look at boxing.
I like where the conversation is going, but we've exhausted our time. We'll continue this conversation another time. All right?
Have a great day, sir.
Thank you very much for your call, folks. This is where we wrap up the conversation this morning. Thanks to Coach Coffey and his two members of his team. Again, thanks to Ariza for being the main sponsor of the National Champs, which comes up. I'll get the date correct. I don't want to say a date that is incorrect. And, thank you to all those who made it possible. We've got to go. We've got to join the BBC. Thank you for your participation.